Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, fractal Bitcoin. Welcome to today's Bitcoin news video. I'm Chris, and this show's about Bitcoin, but it's mostly about you, your future, your family's future, and your freedom and your liberty and your prosperity going forward. And it's about you not being a slave to some authoritarian government, that's what's happening all around the world. And that's what we're fighting against. And Bitcoin is the key instrument in that fight. All right, let's get right to the price. Today is an up day. Look at this, $69,188. So far we have a nice green candle today. These are daily candles on your screen. We're showing since February here, so we're showing the last 4+ months. And yeah, we went all the way up to 70,295. And it looks strong. Look, we've been making higher lows. Here's a low, a local low. Here's a higher low. Here's a higher low. Here's a higher low. Here's a higher low. This is the sign of upward trajectory. Wait, whichever way. I don't know. But yeah, the price looks good. It's going to happen. This summer is going to be exciting, hopefully. But the next year and a half, seriously, do the work you have to do. Take the steps you need to take, but then enjoy it. This is the time to enjoy it, because after the next 18 months, we're going to spend the year after that just going completely down, crashing. But that's normal. That's part of the Bitcoin cycle. So, all right, let's move on. No, I don't want to do dictation right now. Thank you, computer. Appreciate that. Here's Jelly saying Bitcoin broke out from the falling wedge and is retesting it now. Hold above here and new all-time highs will come quickly. Let's roll. Yeah, see, this is the wedge. And this is us. We've come above it and we're sort of back testing it. And this is the launch point. I mean, look, it's not guaranteed, but this is what's happening. We love it. Yeah. And there's only one investment grade asset that's been beating high inflation over the long term, right? We know inflation's terrible. I mean, it's always terrible, but lately it's been getting way worse. And there's only one asset that's been beating this high inflation. Gee, I wonder what it could be. Well, you know what? Let me finish reading this first. It also happens to have the highest Sharpe ratio, which is the reward per unit risk. And if and when we get a second wave of inflation, portfolios with exposure to this asset will fare better. Well, guess what it is? Of course, it's Bitcoin. Since 2013, here you see on top, 2013, 14, all the way up to 2023, look at the winning asset. Bitcoin has provided unbelievable returns. And you can see every fourth year, it doesn't because that's the bear market year, right? And that's how the Bitcoin halving system works, or that's the effect of the halving. And it's natural. It's okay, you know? Markets have to move and breathe just like you move and breathe. But yeah, Bitcoin, look at this. Cumulative returns, 315%. No, sorry, 315,000%. What? And annualized, 124% annualized. That means if you just invested in Bitcoin and just did nothing, you're gaining 124% every year. Every year. Yeah, this is amazing. Here's Wicked saying, you're so lucky you got Bitcoin under $1. You're so lucky you got Bitcoin under $10. You're so lucky you got Bitcoin under $100. You're so lucky you got Bitcoin under $1,000, under $10,000, under $100,000. This is what people are going to be saying 4 years from now. They're going to be like, remember when Bitcoin was under 100,000? Are you kidding me? Imagine being able to buy Bitcoin under 100,000. You know, when Bitcoin's like 1.7 million per Bitcoin, you're going to be like, oh my God, remember that day, Chris, and we were under 70,000. Yeah, these days are coming. And this always happens with everybody who comes into Bitcoin. All right, let's talk a little bit. Well, no, we're not going to get in. Oh, this is about adoption. Sorry. This is about Bitcoin adoption. Just in, U.S. Senator Ted Cruz says, I just bought 3 Bitcoin miners that started hashing today. I'm proud to join the ranks of Texas Bitcoin miners. Okay, now look, I'm no fan of any politician, trust me. But again, this is just showing adoption. I'm just demonstrating and showing you these stories that prove that Bitcoin is becoming more and more mainstream every day. And the massive FOMO is coming. I don't know if the massive FOMO is going to come this year or next year. It might come in 4 years or 5 years, right? It might be next cycle when the whole world wakes up and goes, oh my God, I need Bitcoin right now. And then everyone just buys and then the price goes astronomical. I don't know when that's going to happen, but it's going to happen. And these are just signs of that. Here's breaking news. Australia's first Bitcoin ETF is to start trading tomorrow, which is today. So Australia has a Bitcoin ETF. Okay. Adoption. And here's some interesting news. Again, this is just to understand the news and the macro. Cathie Wood's ARK Invest drops plans to issue Ethereum ETF. So, of course, they have a Bitcoin spot ETF. Of course, they're one of the 12 or 13 firms that are offering it in the US. And a lot of them are filing for the Ethereum ETF. But now Cathie Wood at ARK is saying, you know what? We don't want the Ethereum ETF. And by the way, for perspective, Ethereum is completely different than Bitcoin, right? Ethereum should not be able to have an ETF because it's a security. But, government is full of shysters and Ethereum is full of shysters and they're just going to let it pass through. But it's not really legit. Bitcoin is the only legit digital property and store of value. It's a commodity. So don't be fooled. Just a reminder that Bitcoin is in a league of its own. Everything else is pretty much an S-coin. Yeah, and so this is the news, the big news today. Oh my God. We still have to talk about this? All right, anyway, GameStop and AMC stock trading halted due to volatility. Okay, here is Wall Street playing games, halting trading. As soon as the trading doesn't go their way, as soon as the big money who have shorted GameStop, as soon as they start to get liquidated, start to lose millions and hundreds of millions. Oh, we got to stop trading. Wait, stop the stock market. Stop the ride. I want to get off. You know what I mean? This is so stupid. Anyway, this is Carl saying F centralized institutions. The fiat game is rigged against you. No one can pause Bitcoin. That's right. There's no circuit breakers in Bitcoin. No pausing. TikTok next block. Yeah. So, and this guy, apparently Roaring Kitty, I don't know much about this, but he's a guy who revealed a $200 million position in GameStop. And then that's what caused GameStop to start pumping. And then it pumped so much they had to stop trading. But in the meanwhile, a bunch of shorts got liquidated. Anyway, the other big news in the stock market today is that Berkshire Hathaway, for some reason, this was a bug. For some reason, their stock went down 99.97%. It went from, like 600,000 per share all the way down to like $185. But apparently this was a bug, like a computer glitch or something. So this wasn't real. And apparently it was fixed. But that's weirdness. And again, that doesn't happen in Bitcoin either. Yeah, Edward Snowden says Bitcoin fixes this, right? The Berkshire Hathaway, because they were halted too. There was a computer glitch and then Berkshire Hathaway got halted. And anyway, Edward Snowden says Bitcoin fixes this. And I forgot to mention, Adam Back here says, who's the rat poison now? And this was, of course, a reference to Warren Buffett calling Bitcoin rat poison. Yeah, Warren Buffett, who's, the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, he was quoted as saying Bitcoin is like rat poison. So anyway, Adam Back's making a joke, but it was a computer glitch. Anyway, Bitcoin fixes that. If you're not subscribed, please consider it. And let's get into some fiat government nonsense for context because Bitcoin solves these issues. China is loading up on gold. Look at this chart. Yeah, this year, China, they're just going gaga for gold, right? It's insane. And they're buying gold and dumping U.S. treasuries like never before. Yeah, it's probably nothing. Yeah, Probably nothing. I mean, this is this is like 2018 right here. But anyway, okay, take note of that. Here's a quote from Joe Burnett. Fractional reserve banking and Bitcoin are incompatible. Yeah, that's true. Fractional reserve banking is when the banks, they don't have all the money. So they only have about 10% or less of the money. So if everybody went to the bank and said, I want my money, they can't give the money. The money just doesn't exist. They just don't have it. It's a house of cards. It's a scam. Fiat is a literal scam. Okay. Yeah, and in Venezuela, fiat now is so worthless, people are throwing it out with the garbage. Yeah, they're just throwing out fiat. It's literal garbage. It's not worth anything. There's going to come a day when you're going to see plastic trash bags with US dollars in it. They're going to be worthless. It's inevitable. All right, now this is actually wild. This is just a little government corruption here. Yeah, earlier this year, Quiver Quantitative reported on a purchase of Agios Pharmaceutical stock by Representative Josh Gottheimer that looks suspicious to us. The stock has now risen 98% since this trade. This keeps happening. Yeah, politicians, for some reason, they know what stocks to buy. They just know. I'll tell you why. It's called insider information. They have friends and companies and they say, yeah, this stock is about to go, buy that. And it's all a scam. It's all corruption. I don't know why we allow government representatives to own like private stock when it's clearly insider trading. Why? Well, it's a scam. That's why. And here's a great one. We're actually going to watch this because not only does it point out how ridiculous Hillary Clinton is, but also it's Michael Saylor dropping a lot of wisdom. Let's watch it.
And then one more area that I hope nation states start paying greater attention to is the rise of cryptocurrency.
You're saying that inflation is always the cause of the collapse of the currency, and the collapse of the currency sounds to me like it's the cause of the collapse of the civilization.
What is Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin is the world's first engineered monetary system. And what happened is a set of engineers, nameless engineers, recoiled in horror after the great financial crisis with all the bank bailouts. And they looked and they said, this just isn't fair. It isn't right. We want to create a better money. And they used two technologies. They used the internet and they used cryptography. The idea that I could cryptographically sign something so that it could not be tampered with anyone, friend or foe. And using those two technologies, they conceptualized the idea of an immutable ledger, if you will, a bank in cyberspace. We want to put our money there, and we don't trust each other. We don't trust the government. We don't trust any corporation. We don't even trust any one computer. So we create a program that keeps track of a ledger, 21 million coins, or shares in the bank, divisible by 100 million, called down to a Satoshi. So 2.1 quadrillion Satoshis. All you need to know is 21 million coins, but you can't make any more. The problem with gold is gold miners inflate the gold supply. Right. And gold bankers inflate the gold paper supply. They dump gold derivatives on the market.
Should we be nervous that we don't know the identity of the founder?
No, I don't think we should be nervous. We should be joyful, because for Bitcoin to work, it needs to be money of the people. It needs to be not controlled by any individual. It needs to be not under the thumb of a founder or a corporation or one strong holder.
Because what looks like a very interesting and somewhat exotic effort to literally mine new coins in order to trade with them has the potential for undermining currencies, for undermining the role of the dollar.
Yes, it does have the potential to undermine currency and the role of the dollar. That's the point. Cankles.
As the reserve currency for destabilizing nations, perhaps starting with small ones, but going much larger.
Anyway, I thought that was worth watching, but I like the way Michael Saylor describes Bitcoin there, right? What it is, when it was created, why it was created. It's beautiful. And here, just so you should see this for yourself, El Salvador students learning how to run Bitcoin nodes. Yeah, look, they got Start9 servers. Look, they're in class. They're literally unboxing a Start9 server, and they're going to set up Bitcoin nodes. Are you kidding me? This is wonderful education. Every child should learn this. I love it. And yeah, in terms of education, name a book that is a must-read for every Bitcoin beginner. I'll go first, says the Pacific Bitcoin Festival, which is when? October 18th to 19th, 2024. Okay. But yeah, this book is called Inventing Bitcoin by Jan Pritzker. So yeah, apparently it's a little bit technical. Actually, no, it's not technical. There's no technical expertise necessary to read this. And this is the book. This is, I'll put the Amazon link in the show notes. But yeah, this is a book that he recommends. And have you read any that you recommend? Definitely comment below. And just a reminder, it's never too late and you're not too old. Okay? It's never too late and you're not too old. Those dreams you still have in your heart, you can still pursue them, okay? And I'm going to talk a little bit on Locals about some other things I'm pursuing, some of my other dreams. So definitely join our Locals group. And here, look, when you meet other folks who match your energy, okay? I love this. Watch this. Look at this girl. Oh, yeah. There you go. Find the people who have the same energy and go with it. They're going to shake her hand. They're like, oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. All right, I love it. So this is our website, Fractal Bitcoin. By the way, on the bottom right, which is right behind me, right near where I'm flashing my cursor, there's a little button. You can actually leave me a voicemail through the website. And this link right on top says join our Locals community. And come over to our Locals community. Join. It's free. I put exclusive videos up here, just me talking to you guys. This is kind of where we hang out. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. If you want to subscribe to the channel, please do. Follow us on Rumble, on YouTube, subscribe, and like the video, and share it with your friends, because everyone needs to start learning about Bitcoin. And you have to start learning about Bitcoin in reference to how bad fiat is, right? Those two go together. That's how we understand how good Bitcoin is, because of those two things. It's not just Bitcoin. It's how bad fiat is and how it's ruining your life and my life and everyone's life. So thanks for watching. I'll see you for tomorrow's Bitcoin news video. All right. Oh, and I wanted to mention, thanks to everyone who commented on those new fractal backgrounds that I showed. I appreciate all your votes. I think the voting was all over the map. So I'm gonna use different fractals, but I appreciate all your feedback. So, all right, see you tomorrow.